Hello, everybody. Welcome to Masterpiece Show. Tonight, as always, we will have another very special guest in our show. Well, some years ago, I had the opportunity to meet one of the most awesome colleagues that I have ever met. It's my pleasure to introduce our special guest, Israel Bravo. Israel, welcome to Masterpiece Show.
Thank you, Mauricio, for the invitation. So I'm very happy to be here. Very glad to be here with you.
Thank you so much, Israel, for accepting this invitation. Well, before we start with this awesome interview, let me send a special greetings to all people who are watching this show around the world. We want to send a special greetings to all people who are watching this show in Scotland, England, the Netherlands, Germany, and Italy. Thank you so much for your support and thank you so much for being part of Masterpiece Show. Last time we had the chance to interact with many people from Italy. Thank you so much for your kind messages. We want to send a special greetings to all people who are watching this show in Japan, China, South Korea, Saudi Arabia, and Australia. Thank you so much for your kind messages. We want to send a special greetings to all people who are watching this show in Canada, the USA, Mexico, Trinidad and Tobago, Panama, Colombia, Brazil, Argentina, Paraguay, and of course here in Ecuador. Thank you so much for being part of Masterpiece Show. Okay, so now, Israel, I am going to explain you the part of this interview. Well, as everybody knows, this interview is divided into several sections. The first section is called background. Here, Israel is going to tell us important information about his experience, his academic background, his studies, and so on. Then we have a section called speech. Here, Israel is going to tell us important information about his experience as an English instructor and his experience as one of the scholarship recipients. Next, we have some pictures, and I am going to ask Israel some questions about these pictures. After that, we have some games, and we're going to play 3 games in total. The first game is called Hide the Picture. The second game is called Curious. And the third game is called Let Us Know. Almost at the end, we will ask Israel the 3 final questions, and at the end, we will have the chance to read all the messages that the audience will send us to our Facebook Live chat. Okay, so remember that you can follow us on our social media channels on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. Well, with this, now let me show you some important notes about our special guest. Here we go. Okay, our special guest, Israel Bravo. He's an English instructor and he's one of the scholarship recipients. Thanks to this scholarship, Israel had the opportunity to study in the USA and he received his Master of Art in Curriculum and Instructions at this prestigious university, Kansas State University in the USA. Tonight, Israel is going to tell us important information about his experience as an English instructor. He's going to tell us important information about his scholarships. Okay, as well, it's time to start with the first section. Can you tell us a little bit more about your academic background, please?
Okay. Yeah. So I don't know if we start with the pictures with the slides, right? Good.
Right,
Okay.
there you are.
Yeah. Okay. So basically, I'm gonna start talking about primary school. So you can see a picture of me. I think that picture was taken in when I was in fourth grade or probably fifth grade. I don't remember quite well. But that's me. That's a Catholic school in Santa Rosa in El Oro province because I was born there. I'm from there actually. My parents are also from there, but my mother is from Loja. So that's primary school. I finished all my 6 years there in that school. In the next picture, the next slide.
Mm-hmm.
So that was secondary school. Actually, I studied secondary school in two high schools. One was in Santa Rosa, actually in Santa Rosa City, but I finished high school in this high school in Machala City. So that was Marcela Niao de Win. That's a picture of me and some of my classmates at that time. Then when I went to university on the second slide, I think, yeah. So university for me was kind of uh, when I finished high school, I um, did my bachelor in high school in actually in computer science. That was like my major in high school when I finished it. And I didn't know exactly what to study, probably as most teenagers at that age. But I knew that I liked English because I was actually kind of good in English in high school. So I knew that English for me was still one of those options for me. And then I decided to study actually these two careers. The first one, I finished my bachelor degree in teaching English as a foreign language in Universidad Técnica Particular de Loja. And also I studied graphic design in this institute, in this graphic institute, which is called Instituto Gráfico de Artes Digitales, which is here in Guayaquil. So I have those degrees in university. Later on the next one, so that was my first scholarship I received after that I graduated in English as a second language. I got the scholarship, this scholarship called the Go Teacher Program. And actually, I went to the University of Mississippi because I remember that at this year in 2012, there were two universities that were in this program, in this Go Teacher program. So it was Kansas State University and also the University of Mississippi. But I was part of the cohort that went to this one. So I was there for 3 months, basically for training in English as a foreign language to improve your language skills and all of that. So that was a really great experience. I was there during the summer in Oxford, Mississippi. Then 2 years later, on the next one,
Let's see. Here we go.
well, yeah, that's other two other pictures from this program. There were, I think, we were 21 or 22 um, scholars that applied for this scholarship and went to this university in Mississippi. So that's a picture of us with some of our teachers during our classes as well. And the next one, 2014, that's my second scholarship, in this case for the master's program. So we were also the first cohort in doing the master's program with the scholarship from Cenecit. So that's a picture of us, the first cohort, a picture of me at Kansas State. And in the next slide,
Okay, let's see. Here we go.
that's yeah, that's in December also of that year after the at the graduation party. So this master's program basically was for one complete year. Uh, at Manhattan, Kansas, in the USA. So it was really a great one of my, I can say, one of my greatest experiences, academic experiences, being abroad in other country. I probably when I was in high school, when I was a teenager, I never imagined that I could have applied for an scholarship and be able to study abroad. So for me, that was really exciting, but also rewarding at the same time, being able to be there, and obviously met all of the teachers that I met and all of my classmates as well. That I'm still in contact with basically almost all of them. So it was a really, really great experience at the master's program. Then on the next slide,
Okay, let's see. Okay, there you are.
yeah. So basically, that was in 2018. I forgot to put the year, I think. So I'm pursuing now my PhD also in curriculum development at the University of Minho. This is in Portugal. Um, I'm still in the program because I haven't finished it yet. I'm still doing it. I think probably next year, this year, or maybe next year, I'm doing my thesis dissertation. And this is also actually another scholarship, though. So this is the third scholarship that I received
Oh,
as well from Senate. So it was also part of the this scholarship program from the Senate. In this case, specified for university professors. So there was like this agreement with Tennessee, University of Minho, and also Universidad de Guayaquil, which is where I work right now. Um, in the next slide, so those are some pictures of also me and my classmates from the PhD program. And again, another great experience, being able to be abroad and now in this case in Europe. Uh, Complete different culture in this country. Also, the people are very warm and welcoming. So hopefully, like I said, this year, next year, I'm done with the complete program, and I think that's my academic background.
okay, perfect. Very, very interesting, Israel. Well, well, I have some questions for you. Well, let's go back. Okay, yeah. Okay. Yeah. Well, definitely your academic background is really, really awesome. I didn't know that you got these two titles. Yeah, as a graphic designer, and also as an English professor. That is really, really awesome. Congratulations. How do you feel? How did you feel when you knew that you got this wonderful scholarship, your first scholarship? How did you feel at that moment?
Well, when I finished university at Universidad Técnica Particular de Loja, I started working in some high schools, not only in Santa Rosa but also in Loja. I was working in La Salle High School, and then um, I have always wanted to travel abroad. In this case, to the USA, uh, then, to practice the language skills of the language. And I remember that once I was like in my computer looking for scholarships, abroad scholarships, and I remember that at that time, that was 2011. And I remember, well, there was Tennessee, there was, now it is called um, IFTH, which is Instituto, the one that is part of Tennessee.
Mm-hmm.
But at that time, it had like a different name. I don't remember what was the name of that. So I was looking for these scholarships, and I looked for this one, the Go Teacher program, and it says, well, it's 3 months. I was hoping, I remember that I was hoping that at the time to get like at least 1 year of training abroad, but it only said 3 months. And I said, okay, let's go for it. And I applied. I remember that I fill out all of the forms that you have to fill in and send them. Then I think we had some kind of test and an interview. I remember that the last one was an interview. So for me, it was like in my head, let's do it, let's go for it. And at the very beginning, um, I cannot say that I was hopeless, but I think I was a little bit like maybe um, hesitant to believe that I could get the scholarship because I knew that probably a lot of people were going to apply. Probably you're not going to pass all of the process and the steps and so on. But then when I received it, I remember that they called us to this meeting here in Guayaquil to receive like the certificate that you are now a scholar and all of that. So that for me, that was like, wow, I'm going to go to the States and like get to live that experience of being at university in the States. For me, that was like a dream come true. Um, and meeting all of the people, all of the teachers, having those classes in like for me everything was really cool. I remember at that time, and also I knew that um, classes were hard because I remember that we have to read a lot. Um, that's also a complete different experience for me. Being in a American university, like having all of these books, sending papers, writing essays, and all of that. But at the same time, was really rewarding. Being there for 3 months and having different professors there, getting to know all at the same time the whole experience, the whole culture, getting used to everything that you get to experience when you go abroad. So
Mm.
that was really, really, really nice. And yeah, I think that was like my first impression and how I got my first scholarship there.
Okay,
Um,
perfect.
yeah, and the second one, well, when we applied to when I received the second one, the second scholarship at Kansas State, I remember that when I finished this program at University of Mississippi, that same university, Mississippi, had like the master's program of their own. And actually, I applied for this one because at that moment I didn't know like the cohort that went to do the Go Teacher program at Kansas State. I was like the Mississippi version of it, and I didn't know the people that went to Kansas. So I didn't know
Mhm.
that also Kansas had their own master's program. So that's why I applied in the first place to the Mississippi program for the masters. But then actually, I can say that it was just fate. I think it was just. I think it was supposed to happen. The program for Mississippi was like I didn't receive it at that moment, but later on, Kansas State University um, made the master's program, and I was able to be part of the first cohort. So I think that was like also fate to be able to have and to receive a second scholarship. That was also for me really really rewarding. Now I said to myself, I remember, whoa, now I'm gonna be 1 year abroad studying, and again, yeah, it was really really tough. Um, I had and we had great professors there. I still have contact with some of the professors there. It was a really great experience. Being a master's program now, you have to dedicate more time to it, study more, obviously, and in the end, it was everything is just rewarding.
Oh,
So it's really worth it. It was really really worth it.
wow, congratulations, Israel. Well, definitely, Israel is a clear example of perseverance and effort because thanks to his effort, his hard work, he had the chance to apply to these international universities, very prestigious universities in the world. And well, he had the chance to apply to the third scholarship. So I would like to know a little bit more about the specific field in which you are studying your PhD program. Is there any specific field? Can you tell us a little bit more about this, please?
Yes, so basically at this university they have also like their own faculty, let's say. uh, University of Minho have like different faculties or different school. In this case I'm in the School of Education, or in this case the Institute of Education. So they have different educational programs. The one that I'm there right now is the one that is called curriculum development or desarrollo curricular. So
Mhm.
I'm in curriculum development, and well, like the broad program is PhD in education, and the specialization will be curriculum development. So this one is not more like very specific to English instruction, but still, I like this program because when I apply to it, uh, it has like a connection with my master's program, because when I was doing my master's program, we also had to do at the end our thesis defense, but we had but we had like our own that. So my topic during the master's program was basically focused on the curriculum development, in this case for public institutions in Ecuador. So I remember that at that time in 2014, at that moment, public schools and public high schools in Ecuador didn't have like a English curriculum for primary school. It only had for secondary school, starting eighth grade, ninth, and so on. But there wasn't any curriculum for primary school. So that's why I got my interest in that. I like my research program was focused on that, on the curriculum of primary school, the English curriculum for primary school. So that's why I decided like to go for the PhD program focused on curriculum development. So actually that was the my research topic at the University of Minho is like the continuation of my topic in the master's program. Because even though that what that in during the masters at K State we wrote papers and all of that, the actual investigation of the research of the application of instruments to gather the data and all of that, we were not able to do it because my topic was focused in Ecuador, and at that time I was in the States, so I couldn't apply like all of these research instruments. So that's why I decided to continue with my PhD program focus on that research topic, which is like the transition from primary to secondary school, and with the English curriculum in primary school as well.
Wow, it sounds really, really interesting. Definitely, that is an interesting topic. Congratulations, Israel.
Thank you.
You congratulations for all your achievements. Well, it's really nice to know that we have professionals who are still studying very, very hard because they want a different educational system and they want to contribute to the Ecuadorian educational system. Congratulations again, Israel. Okay, now Israel, since we know that you're working at one of the prestigious universities here in Ecuador, Universidad de Guayaquil, I would like to know from your experience how challenging has the new educational system become for you? Well, we know that the pandemic is something that nobody expected, so many things have changed, and of course, the educational system has changed a lot. So, how challenging has the new educational system become for you?
Like for being in online classes, you mean?
That's right. Uh-huh.
Okay, well, um, I think talking about like the technology part of it, um, I cannot say that I'm really stressed about that part because I consider myself like a very technological person. Um, remember that I studied in high school computer science, so I'm very related to technology and all of that. But it's still like I think the whole pandemic and the whole thing um, got into our heads. Like it's really stressful to think that um, you could get infected, and not only you but your family and you, people that are close to you. So I think in general, being like that is as stressful as it is. Um, but still, we still face, for example, even though that I can be a person that is very technological like, there is still the other part of, in this case, your students. Uh, I have noticed that not all of my students have access to technology or have access to a good internet connection. Um, Also, some of them, because of the situation that we are living right now, have to work, right? Probably they cannot be connected during the synchronous sessions that we have in Zoom, for example.
Mm-hmm.
So you have, I think, I have also, um, you know, changed a little bit that part of myself, thinking that you have to also understand the other side of the story. It's not only you that you may have the equipment, the technological equipment to do your classes, but also there is the other part, in this case, that your students, that you try to get to them and try to, even though of this situation, probably when you are in the classes at the university itself, you get to be more closer to them, like to tell them or to explain like in a better way after classes and things like that. But being in this like in this format online, uh, probably you don't have the chance to do that like that. So it is more challenging to get to all of those students that are probably requiring help and they don't know how to ask for your help. So it's quite a challenge trying to get to all of them, as probably in the past we were able to do it, and now we're not like that anymore. So it is quite a challenge. Not only the technological part, but itself, the whole thing is has changed completely.
That's right. Yes, you are completely right, Israel. Well, hopefully the pandemic will 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 end up very soon. I am very optimistic that that will happen. And yes, I completely agree with you, Israel. Yeah, there are many factors like technology, and yeah, probably we have a strong desire to teach, and we expect a lot from our students, but yeah, we have to consider these factors like technology and those things that are out of our hands. So yeah, it's really
Exactly.
concerning this aspect, but well, we as teacher have to continue working very hard, and and we have to do our best um, to teach our students. Okay,
Right.
very good,
And
Israel.
I think
Israel, probably this new educational system, I mean, online or virtual classes, probably can change the current or the common curriculum that we used to have in our educational system. So, from your experience, do you think that, well, we have learned a lot from this pandemic, and probably this, well, I mean, the curriculum, the Ecuadorian curriculum, can change from this experience, from, well, these virtual classes and these online sessions. So, do you think that in the future would be possible to adapt a new curriculum in our educational system?
um, Actually, yes, because you know, um, I think I forgot to mention that when I graduated from Universidad Técnica Particular de Loja, I studied like the distance format there, uh,
Mm-hmm.
enseñanza a distancia. So basically, I did that at, it was in 2009. Um, this university still offers these careers, like to be not present there at the university, but to study like this online format. Um, and I think actually we're gonna see in the future more careers in more universities that apply this format as well. Um, we, for example, the teachers at Universidad de Guayaquil have been trained to teach in this format, and more teachers are being trained, obviously, in all of the universities. Um, because I think, for example, we have been 2 semesters so far in online classes. I believe and I think that the next semester is going to continue online. And as I said, probably in the future we're gonna have more careers in more universities offering these online formats as well. So I think this is going to be something that is gonna stick around uh, for a long time, and it can be. I mean, there are. Um, it's going to be helpful for those students that work and study at the same time, or probably their schedule is completely different to be like in classes at the university itself, like inside classes. So it will be suitable for most people, and people, and as I said, professors are going to be trained at this. I remember also that during the master's program, we received this class called, like, it was like the technological class, in order to use apps, websites, and different gadgets to apply technology in the classroom. So it was educational technology, and actually, I'm doing it right now. I'm doing most of those things that I learned during the masters with the own classes, with the online classes right now. So it's going to be helpful for everyone, I think. And as I said, I think this online format is going to stick around, and not only for for undergraduate students, but also for graduate students, for master's programs and PhD programs as well.
Okay, thank you so much for your comments, Israel. Well, it's really, really interesting to hear that from you. Very good. Thank you so much, Israel. Okay, Israel, it's time to continue with our next section. So I have some pictures, and I am going to ask you some questions about these pictures. Okay, here we go. The first question is, why is this picture very, very special for you?
Okay, so this picture was taken, I think it was in November last year. It was like this photo session for Christmas. That's my whole family. So I choose this picture because that's like everything to me. Those are my parents, my brother and my sister, and that's my nephew. Actually, my nephew it was his birthday yesterday. He's now 2 years old. Yes, and I choose this picture because my family for me is everything. It's my support. They have been there for me in every decision that I have taken, not only professionally but also personally. Uh, so I think for me, family is everything. Whenever that I have the chance, I live in Guayaquil, but whenever I have the chance to go on the weekend there to Santa Rosa, I go there. Uh, I mentioned also that my mom is from Loja, so we also spend some, like, for example, New Year's Eve. Most of our New Year's Eve with my grandparents, my uncles. Because for me, they are they are basically everything to me.
Well, wow, you have definitely a very lovely family. By the way, we want to send special greetings to all people who are watching this show in Guayaquil and in Loja. Thank you so much for being part of Masterpiece Show. Very, very good. Interesting. Thank you so much for sharing that with all of us. Okay, Israel, our second question is, what is the first thing that comes to your mind when you see this picture?
That's Hey Library at K State.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I remember um, reading for writing essays. That's the first thing that comes to my head. I remember that I didn't like to read like when we were supposed to read these articles, books, and so on. I didn't like to read at my own house because when you are at your own place, sometimes you procrastinate with the things that are around you. But when you are at this place at the library, we had like different rooms for reading, for studying, for looking at the books, for doing research. So I think I remember that. That's my first that the first thought that comes to my head. Reading and writing the essays there. And actually, I think I spent a few nights there when we were close to the midterms.
Very, very
Yes.
interesting. Okay, perfect. Yeah, well, the Hay Library is a really awesome place. Okay, good memories from that place. Okay, very good. So now it's time to play. Okay, Israel, we are going to start with our first game. Okay. As you can see, there you are, nine numbers. You are going to choose three numbers in total, and I am going to give you three clues in total. So the idea is to unhide and reveal the hidden picture with the clues that I am going to give you. Are you ready?
Yeah, sure.
Okay,
Okay.
so let's start. Please choose the first number.
Number four.
Okay, number four. Okay, so the first clue is this is one of the most important countries located in Europe. Mm, what could be the name of this country?
Mm,
Well, you can choose two more numbers if you want.
okay, number seven.
Okay, number seven. Okay, there you are. Okay, this country is a great power with a strong economy, and it has the largest economy in Europe. Mm, and it has a really interesting history in the world. What could be?
Okay, I have one more picture, right?
Yes, you're right.
So let's go with number five.
Number five. Okay. Okay, there you are. Yeah, and the third clue is its capital and the largest city of this country is Berlin.
Oh, okay. So it's Germany.
Yeah, that's right. Very good. Germany. Yes, there you are. Actually, there you are, the flag of Germany. Yes, this is one of the most important countries located in Europe, and of course, well, it's one of the most important, um, and it has the strong economy and the largest economy in Europe, in fact. So yeah, and yes, its capital and the largest city is Berlin. Yes, so it's Germany is the correct name of this country. Very good, Israel. Congratulations. Okay, so now let's continue with our second game. Let me share the second game with you. Okay, here we go. Our second game is called The Curious Wheel. As you can see, there you are a wheel. The wheel is divided into several sections. Each section contains two options in it. And I am going to spin the wheel and I am going to ask you some questions, okay? You can choose only one option, or maybe you can answer and you can say both, or maybe you can say neither, and you can tell us why. Okay, so let's begin with the first question. Here we go. Okay, Israel, the first question is, what do you prefer, reading or writing?
Uh, Definitely reading. Yeah, definitely reading. Why? Because um, I think I struggle at writing sometimes. You know, when you have to write something, for example, I remember when we were supposed to write these essays that we have for the different classes. So I struggled for writing like the first part, like getting to write the first paragraph, the first sentence. For me, it was kind of difficult. So definitely, I prefer reading.
Okay, perfect. Okay, let's continue with our second question. Wow, now we have secret questions for you. Okay, okay, Israel, which place do you prefer? A mountain or an island?
Um, I will say both in this case, both,
Mhm.
because you know I was born in Santa Rosa, which is in the coast, but my mom is from Loja, which is in the highland. So I have like the I think like the best of both worlds. So I like
Mhm.
both. I like being in the mountains, and I also like being like in an island in the sense like the coast, the beach, and all of that. So I actually like both. Yeah.
Okay, perfect. Very good. Okay, let's continue with our next question. Okay, here we go. Okay, Israel, our third question is, what do you prefer, winter or summer?
Winter or summer? Okay. Um, Definitely summer.
Hmm?
Yes, because I think well I live in Guayaquil, so I'm very used to the hot weather.
Uh-huh.
Winter for me, I remember the first winter in Manhattan, Kansas. I didn't want to go out. Um, you have to wear all of these clothes, clothes over clothes, and more clothes and coats and everything. So I definitely prefer summer. Yeah, I
Okay,
can
perfect.
I can take 2 or 3 showers a day, but putting clothes and clothes on, no.
Okay, perfect. Great. Okay, let's continue with our next question. Okay, Israel, our next question is, what do you prefer, singing or dancing?
Dancing, definitely. I cannot sing, so I'm very bad at singing. I'm not very good at karaoke or things like that. So dancing, definitely dancing.
Okay, by the way, what kind of music do you like to dance?
Well, I like. I don't have like a favorite genre of music. I listen to pop music, electronic music. When I was in high school, I was like I used to listen to rock music as well. Um, so I think I have listened to almost everything. I like music from the 80s. I like the music from the 80s, from the 90s. Um, and I think I can dance. Well, I can dance salsa, merengue, bachata a little bit. Um, but yeah, I think that's my those are my favorite genres of for music.
Okay, perfect. Okay, let's continue with our next question. Okay, so here we go. Our next question is, what do you prefer, soccer or chess?
Soccer or chess? Um, this one is difficult. Probably neither, neither,
Mm-hmm.
because I used to play soccer in high school, but I wasn't like very fond of it. Chess, I played also in high school like a few times. Actually, I used to play basketball when I was in high school. I was in a basketball team in my province. So in this case, neither.
Okay, perfect. It's okay, perfect. Let's continue. The last question from the Curious Wheel. Okay, Israel. Our last question is, what do you prefer? Music or movies?
See the options. Music or movies. Good.
Mm-hmm.
Music. Definitely music. I think I
Yes.
spend more time listening to music than watching movies.
Okay,
Yep,
perfect.
I think it's
Great.
music.
Okay, perfect. Very good. Excellent, Israel. Thank you so much for your answers. So now it's time to play our last game. Okay, so here we go. Our last game is called Let Us Know. Okay, as you can see, there you are, 15 cards. Each card contains a question for you. Here we are going to know a little bit more about the things that you like or the things that you love. Okay? So you are going to choose 5 cards in total. Okay? So let's start. Can you choose the first card, please?
Okay, 13.
Okay, number 13. Okay. And the question is, who is your favorite actor or your favorite actress?
My favorite actress. Actor or actress? Okay, I will say actress Charlize Theron. That's my favorite
Mm-hmm.
actress. Yeah, I
Okay,
have
perfect.
seen
Are you fan of?
most of her movies.
Mm-hmm. All
Yeah,
right.
I have seen like most of her movies, and I know that she plays these different roles. She doesn't have like a specific role because sometimes that happens with actors and actresses. She has played like different, completely different roles in different movies. So that's what I like about her.
Okay, perfect. Very good. Okay, let's continue. The second card, please. Okay. I I couldn't hear you very well. Can you repeat the number?
Number 7,
Number 7. There you are. And the question is, what's your favorite food?
um, Chinese food.
All right. You
Yeah,
love
I
Chinese
think
food?
it will be Chinese food. Yeah, well, I like also Ecuadorian food. I don't have like there are a few quite things that I don't eat, but that's not like
Okay, perfect. So, Chinese food. Okay, let's continue with our next card, please. Okay,
okay.
here we go.
So let's go with number 1.
Number 1. And the question is, what's your favorite pet?
Favorite pet? Um, Actually, none, because I'm not like a pet person. I'm not like an animal person. Um, right now we have a pet in Santa Rosa,
Mm-hmm.
but it's not like I have like a favorite one. Um, so I can say no, no, I don't have like a favorite one. Yeah.
Okay. Okay, it's okay. It's okay. Perfect. Let's continue with the fourth card.
Okay, let's go with number four.
Number four.
Number four.
Okay, and the question is, what was your favorite subject at primary school?
At primary school, mm, I think mathematics,
Mm-hmm.
because I remember that I had this teacher in primary school. Um, he was really good, like, at teaching math, and I remember that I was good with with all of the sums, subtractions, and everything. So I think that was my favorite one, math.
Okay, perfect. Very good. And our last card.
Okay, last one will be 15.
Number 15. Okay, there you are. What's your favorite singer or band?
Okay, this one is really difficult because since I listen to different genres, um, I have a lot of favorite singers and bands. Um, but if I have to choose right now, I will, I will choose probably Adele. Adele is
Mm-hmm.
like my favorite singer right now. Um, I remember that when I went to the States for the second time. That was the time when she um, promoted her first album, I think it was. So I bought it. I bought the first album of Adele. So I will choose her.
Yeah, well, yes, definitely. Adele is a great singer. Yeah, and his voice is wonderful. Very good. Okay, great. Excellent. Thank you so much for your answers. Very good. Okay. So now, well, we are almost done. Okay, so Ezra, it's time to it's time for the three final questions. Okay, so here we go. The first
Okay.
question is, where do you see yourself in 10 years?
In 10 years, okay. Yeah, that's also a hard one. I remember that I almost got a similar question when I finished my master's degree. I remember that the master's program coordinator, Socorro Herrera, asked me a similar question. How do you see yourself like in 5 years? She mentioned something like that, and I remember I said, doing my PhD.
Mhm.
And I'm glad to say that I'm doing it right now. So seeing myself now in 10 years, um, I will say probably married,
Mhm.
and also hopefully with children, like now having my own family,
Mhm.
probably married with my own children.
Okay, perfect. Very good. Okay, our second question, Israel. What country would you like to visit and why?
What country? I would choose Japan because, well, you know, I was able also to visit a few countries when I was in Portugal. I was able to visit Germany, also, and France and other countries in Europe. So
Mhm.
I think being able to be there in a completely different time culture of our own, because even though that Europe is also very different from like even more like the culture, the people that how they live there, um, the food also. So it will be really interesting to see all of that in that country.
Okay, perfect. It sounds really, really interesting. Okay, Israel, our last question is, if you could make only three wishes, what would they be and why?
Only three wishes.
Yes, that is a tough question.
Yeah, this one is the toughest question of all. Um, okay, the first one will be um, probably having like my family, my parents, as much as possible as I can, like to be with them, spend um, a lot of time with them. I try to do it always whenever I can. As I mentioned before, I always try to be with them during the weekends. Um, and I will think it will be that will be my first week to spend most of the time that I can with them. You know, I think because of this situation right now, we have had these thoughts, and we try to overcome this probably, let's say, like thoughts in our head that we think that something bad is going to happen to our families. So that will be my first wish. Um, the second one will be um, like probably this one sounds a little bit like cheesy or maybe political, but I will erase the word corruption from existence. I mean, like wipe it from all means that this word doesn't even exist. You know, because of the situation that we're living right now in our country, so I will wipe it completely. um, yeah, from everywhere, and not only from our country.
Mhm.
And the third one, um, I think, well, I don't know. That one is really difficult. But the third one will be grant that wish to a person that I think and that I consider deserves to have a wish of their own. So it will be that one, I think, because um, I'm really glad to all of the things that God has given me, all of these opportunities that God has given me. So I would like to return also something uh, to other people as well.
Okay, great. Thank you so much, Israel. Your wishes are very, very interesting. Thank you so much. Okay, Israel, we are almost done. So now it's time to read all the messages that the audience sent to us to our Facebook Live chat. And here we go. Okay, well, Jose Miguel Campuzano, he sent you a nice sticker. Well, here we can't see it during the live session, but then you can check it out in the comment section. Okay, Fernando, our production assistant, says, "Incredible interview, really nice story. Thank you so much, Fernando, for watching Masterpiece Show." Lisette Santamaria says, congratulations. Thank you so much, Lisette, for watching Masterpiece Show. Lucia Sanchez Perez in Guayaquil, well, she sent you this happy face. Thank you so much, Lucila, for watching Masterpiece. Okay. Amilcar Paucar in Tulcan. Congratulations, Israel. Bravo. Thank you so much, Amilcar, for
Thank
watching
you.
Masterpiece. Okay. Yvette, well, she says, congratulations, dear friend. Thank you so much, Beth. Thank you so
Thank
much
you,
for
Ed.
watching the show. Okay, I think this message is in French. Okay, thank you so much, Yvette. Yes, we are learning French, by the way. Thank you so much. Okay, very good. Lucila, congratulations, Mr. Bravo. Thank you so much, Lucila.
Thank you, Daniela.
By the way, we want to send a special greetings to all our friends, well, our co-teacher friends. Thank you so much for being part of Masterpiece Show, and thank you so much for watching this interview. Thank you so much. Okay, Cristobal Franco says, "Congratulations, Master." Thank you so much, Cristobal Franco, for watching Masterpiece Show. Okay, let's continue. Okay,
So,
Pai Carua says, "Good evening, Israel. Congratulations. Keep on going. Good memories." Thank you so much, Parikarwa. Okay, let's continue.
thank
Jose
you.
Miguel Campuzano sent you this nice sticker. Thank you so much, Jose, for watching Masterpiece Show. A Tech professor Hamilton Quesada says, "Congratulations, Israel. Hugs from Ibarra." Thank you so much, Hamilton, for watching Masterpiece Show. Okay. Yvette says salsa. Yes, you like to dance salsa. That is what she says. Okay. Yvette confirms that information. Okay. Lucila, what about Bolón del Chino?
Yeah, that's a funny
Probably.
story. Actually, that's a colleague that works with me at the University of Guayaquil, and she knows that I like these bolones del chino. I used
All
to eat
right.
it. Yeah.
Okay. Well, someday I have to try this bolón del chino. Okay, thank you so much, Lucila, for watching Masterpiece Show, and thank you so much for your messages. Okay, Ander Quiroz says, "Congratulations, Israel." Thank you so much. And Yvette says, "Love you." Thank you so much, Yvette, for watching Masterpiece Show. Okay, now it's time to read the name of those people who are watching this interview right now. Well, we want to send a special greetings to Amilcar Paucar in Tulcan. Thank you so much, Amilcar, for watching Masterpiece Show. A Yache Tech student, Christian Calle in Loja. Thank you so much, Christian, for watching Masterpiece Show. We want to send a special greetings to Ander Quiroz. Thank you so much, Ander, for watching Masterpiece Show and for your nice message. We want to send a special greetings to Lorna Cruz. Thank you so much, Lorna Cruz, for watching Masterpiece Show. David Mendez in Tulcan. Thank you so much, David Mendez, for watching Masterpiece Show. Jose Miguel Campuzano. Thank you so much, Jose Miguel, for watching Masterpiece Show and for your messages. Yvette Blumelova, thank you so much, Yvette, for watching Masterpiece Show and for your messages. Pari Carwa, thank you so much for your messages, Pari. Lisette Santa Maria, thank you so much, Lisette, for watching Masterpiece Show. A Tech student, Steven de la Cruz, thank you so much, Steven, for watching Masterpiece Show. Tania Bravo Vilela, thank you so much, Tania, for watching Masterpiece Show. Francisco Solis Cervantes, thank you so much, Francisco, for watching Masterpiece Show. Stalin Lomas in Tulcan, thank you so much, Stalin, for watching Masterpiece Show. If our production assistant Fernando, thank you so much, Fernando, for watching Masterpiece Show. Lilibet Vaquerizo in Guayaquil, thank you so much, Lilibet, for watching Masterpiece Show. Juan Sebastián Santamaría, thank you so much, Juan Sebastián, for watching Masterpiece Show. And Lucila Sanchez Perez in Guayaquil, thank you so much, Lucy, for watching Masterpiece Show. Wow, you have many fans, Israel. And there you are, the last message from Fernanda Micaela. She says, "Congratulations, Master. I miss you and your classes. I am from Ambato." Thank you so much. We want to send a special greetings to all people who are watching this show in Ambato. Thank you so much for being part of Masterpiece Show. Okay, thank you so much. Okay, well, Israel, if you have your last message to tell us, or if you want to send a special greetings to someone, now you can do it.
Okay, so yeah, I think I want to thank also all of the viewers that have connected and have made some of their time to be here to listen to this amazing interview. I didn't even know that there was all of these people watching us. At the beginning, I was a little bit intimidated by the interview, but then I think it was really, really good. I really like all of the activities that you have made us, Mauricio. So thank you also, Mauricio. I want to thank you, all of your crew in this masterpiece show. Thank you for the opportunity to give me to be here and to share my story. And I want to also say, I know that some of my former students from school and from Universidad of Guayaquil have been watching this interview. So my message to all of them is to, I know that they are still in studying in their careers. So my message for them and probably my advice will be like to be patient and be consistent and put everything that you do in what you want to do. And patience, because I remember that when I applied to the scholarship and all of these opportunities that I had, first of all, it was because I put all of the effort onto it. And also sometimes we get anxious when we don't see immediate results. But if you are patient enough, good things will come back to you. So try to learn to be able to do that. Sometimes we expect that when we finish a homework, when we finish something, when we put all of the efforts and we don't have like the immediate results, we get anxious. But trust me, those great things will come to you.
Thank you so much, Ezra, for sharing that message with all of us. Thank you so much. Okay, well, we have here the two last messages, or well, the two last greetings to Lucy Abad and Jessica Riera. Thank you so much, Jessica and Lucy, for watching Masterpiece Show. Well, thank you so much again, Israel, for being here. Well, we truly enjoyed this interview. And well, we hope to have you here in our show very, very soon. Thank you
Yes.
so much for sharing your inspirational story with all of us. And well, we wish you all the best for you, for your family, for your projects. And thank you so much again.
Yeah, thank you, Mauricio, again, and all of your crew. It was a great experience for me being able to be on the other side. You know, sometimes we as teachers, we are on the front most of the time, but being able to be here on the other side is also really nice. And thank you again for all of the viewers and uh, all of the best wishes also for your show, for the Master Speed show.
Okay, thank you so much, Israel. Well, his Israel Bravo, and definitely his profile is a masterpiece. Thank you so much for watching this show. Remember to join us on Thursday. We will have another interesting story to tell you. And also on Saturdays at 2 o'clock, we have our special program on Saturdays. Thank you so much. Remember that you can follow us on our social media channels on Facebook, on Instagram, and on YouTube. And remember that this interview has been recorded, so you can watch it whenever you want on YouTube or on Facebook. Once again, thank you so much, Israel. We wish you all the best for you, and thank you so much. And thank you so much to all people who were watching this show here in Ecuador and around the world. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Israel. Have a good night. Thank you so
Thank
much.
you. Good night to all of you too. Take care.